together and came to Radio Gold. So this is a story that their story started at Vibe FM. But let's speak first to Kofi Okyere Darko, who is Director of Diaspora Affairs at the Presidency. In fact, when I say people who stood out when I came here, one of them was, I had already heard about him when I came to Radio Gold. Good morning to you.
Senna, good morning.
Yes. And I hope, I guess it's not the right question. I don't know whether it's the right question to ask anyway. I hope you are healthy at least.
Well, that's very important. By God's grace, yes.
Mm.
But to actually engage with you on phone over Okyame's passing is one that is quite heavy to accept, I must say. But uh listen, bro, I let me tell you something, Senna. On Saturday, I heard this new song. It just came on my timeline on Spotify, and it's a new song by Felix Owusu. It's a gospel track soundtrack. And when I heard the song, I thought of two people who would appreciate like that kind of authentic highlight, real music. I thought of Eric Boateng,
Okay.
and I thought of Chame. So I sent the song to the two of them.
Mm.
Eric thanked me, and I didn't get a response from Okyame, which is very unusual. Every now we touch base to check on each other. Wafake as well, always checking on me. Are you taking good care of yourself? Are you dealing with all the stress? Charlie, if today doesn't work, just go home, sleep, and start again another day. And then on Sunday, I get a call from Mohammed Al Hassan saying that, Charlie, Kofi, there's bad news. Your brothers left us. Like, Okyame, like how? And I was really numb. It's been very tough for me. Okyame and I think Okyame probably joined us around 2000 or 2001, thereabout. We did the mid morning at some point. I was pretty close to his wife, Phyllis, when we worked on Nescafe African Revelations, because at the time she worked with Nestle Ghana, and I worked closely with them on Nescafe African Revelations, traveling across the country, looking for music talents, traveling across Western Central Africa, looking for music talents. That's how we discovered Praia and Muta. So Okyame was more beyond the colleague at Radio Gold. We're actually family. Recalling moments when we had this promotion when Radio Gold gave out Mercedes E-Class, I believe.
Yes.
We gave it out, and we were traveling, to different parts of the country to promote that project. And Okyame had this car. I think I had a Datsun then. I don't know if it was a Datsun that he had as well, but we called the car Apakai, like a palanquin. And Okyame was a fun-loving person, very quiet but assertive. He's someone who always spoke his mind, but wasn't a very loud person. And for me, it's a major loss to the media fraternity. It's a major loss to Radio Gold as an entity, and it's one that's really difficult to take in.
Mm-mm. You said he joined the station around. You said around
I
2000.
believe 2001, around that time. Yes, I think so. Probably around 2001. I used to work at Vibe FM.
Mm.
Worked with the marketing team, and occasionally did radio as well. He was not full time on the radio because Vibe back then was more Abrofism until OD4 started his mid morning radio show, which I believe ran from about 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. till about 2 p.m. And occasionally when Level D4 was not around, or Okyame would sit in, and then much later he joined us at Radio Gold.
And when you joined, what was he doing?
Um, I mean, my recollection is of Okyame was more of mid morning.
Okay.
That's the two of us sitting in doing mid morning, and then Bianca Bachman also joined us. So it was the three of us on the mid morning show. I don't recall Okyame doing any other time on Radio was more mid morning, which he did till the end. Yes, yes, I think so.
Mm. And these are early days yet, and I wonder for you what the memory will be when his name is mentioned.
Full of life, love to dress up. Okyame, much later I didn't care much. I think it happened to all of us, when we were younger, we really loved to dress up. And Ocyame's mustache, like, Charlie Chaplin or Hitler. And whenever it was at the weekend, we would go to different cities, just go have a great time. We were young, wild, and free with Kofi and the rest of them, Master Richard. We just travel around. Okyame would just call each other today be Friday or where you day, Charlie. I did keep close to today be Friday or day, Charlie. I would date a cardio, and a guy who was really full of life and uh I mean, let me tell you something. I've been really worried about many of us, like young people. In the last month or so, I've lost too many young friends, and I'm saying young people from the age of probably like late 30s to about 50 or to mid 50s, and I don't know what is happening. I'm getting really worried. Are we not taking good care of ourselves? Are we not checking ourselves properly? I believe every now. I mean, and Ofake is very consistent with making calls. Calling me to um, stay on my medication if I have to. Just frequent the hospital. Just stay fresh. Stay well. Exercise if you have to. Just walk sometimes. And I think we should use this opportunity to also motivate all of us. Um, to visit the hospital every now, and also stay fit. Just walk. Just walk. Just walk. I didn't think Okyame was going to leave us so soon. It's very sad. I mean, he has young children, his wife Phyllis, and it's very hard for me personally. I mean, I don't expect to be on the radio having a conversation about Okyame's demise. No, 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 Senna.
Well, it's a difficult one.
It is very difficult.
Hmm. Well, there was this one question. One of the things Okyame you get used to over time is the stories he told.
He always has stories.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
about some of the things you did in the early days
Oh,
of
I
Radio
was
Gold.
always there. I was probably the most mischievous one. Youngest at the station. When I came to Radio Good, I was like around 18 years. And Okyame was like one of the big brothers, like Sefakai, Fifi Banson, Kofori, Master Richard, BB Manson, Yvonne Anbo. These were like people who held me down at the station, and Okyame was definitely one of them. Yeah, definitely one of them.
Do you have one of those stories that immediately comes to mind when you remember Okyame?
It's more of the weekend travels.
Okay.
So he would get back and tell us how it went. And if there's someone who really started local tourism, I think Okyame should be given that credit, of his quest to discover different parts of the country. And this was even before we started Nescafe African Revelations, which took us to different parts of the country looking for music talent. So Shami
Okay.
always travels to different parts of the country just to experience Ghana. And I think he's the first person that should be given that credit as someone who started local tourism. He was very big on that. And he'd come back and tell us about the food from different parts of the country, how people lived and all that. Yeah, he had different stories for different days.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Thank you. Thank you for speaking
Yes,
to
and let
us.
me say my condolences to
Mm.
the Radio Good fraternity, and of course to his wife Phyllis and the children, the entire family. Um, um, this is very heavy, I know, but God's got us.
Mm.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Kofi Okyere Darko, who is now director of the Diaspora Affairs at the presidency. Don't forget, he was here first. Yes.